Hello.
Excuse me, my dress is a little short.
Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm gonna bring this a little closer so I don't feel like I have to scream.
They can see our faces, our
Da-da-da.
sunshine.
Everybody's sunshine.
Hi guys.
Hola. Okay.
Hola.
Today we're super excited to talk about how words become our world.
Yes.
Yeah, how the
Words
language that we
become
use
our-
can elevate us or not.
Yeah.
Um,
And how amazing it is that it can elevate us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elevate and uplift. That's all you have to focus on. And how, so 95% of our life is led in the subconscious, right? So when we talk about expanding consciousness, it talks about making that 5% bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until you lead a fully actualized, conscious, 100% life.
Amazing life.
Amazing life.
Amazing. It can happen like that.
It can.
Yeah.
From what we have been talking about and from what many of teachers, spiritual thought people say, is that the veil is very, very thin right now. And
What's the veil? I mean, I think I imagine I know what the veil is, and I don't know if people do, and I'm just curious. What do you?
To me, the veil is the I guess not separation, but like
what came from
the
me
physical
was the
and
division.
spiritual world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 3D to 5D world. The this
space, maybe.
yeah.
Mhm.
The veil is thin. Yeah, the space.
Mhm.
It was between like the human and the spiritual worlds has been like vast for a long time, and now it's like this. And so you can meet your higher self lickety split.
And you don't have to like go back. You just
Onward and upward.
for sure.
Yeah. So language
How
is
language
a really strong.
plays with that.
Yeah.
Into
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Language.
Words that we use.
And so words that we use like in talking with others, in talking to ourselves, talking about other people. And to me also, I remember that like my language, like my thought language is important to be conscious about as well.
Yes, because that.
Like make sure you're talking to yourself the way you would talk to your best friend, and hopefully you're really nice to your best friend.
Yeah, or your child.
Right.
And how you would hope that they would talk to themselves too. Right.
So much love.
With so much love. Because what else is there? You wanted to talk about neuroplasticity? Was that something?
Well, language and how language and neuroplasticity are
Intricately connected. So neuroplasticity, what is it? It's how we can shape and shift our neural pathways to create new stories about ourselves, about our reality, about our relationships, about our lives. And when we consciously make a choice, we mindfully make a choice to use certain words to tell certain stories, then we can shift our reality
into more amazingness than we can even imagine.
Yeah.
You love it.
It's true. So this book that we're both fanatics about,
Waking Up in 5D
by Maureen J. St. Germain, it talks about like DNA in living tissue has been proven to react to language, especially combined with specific frequencies. There's Emoto, who is a scientist from, is it Japan? He studied water
I was gonna
crystals.
say I don't know, a different way to say that. Anyway.
Say,
I think there's a more 5D way to say that. I'll get back to you on that.
okay. So Emoto studied the water crystals under certain words, images, and neglect. Like there were bottles that said "I love you" on them, or that had nothing on them, or that were introduced to heavy metal music, and the crystal forms took unique, beautiful forms or chaotic, disruptive forms, depending on the messaging or the language or the thoughts or the lack of attention. So, and that's the same with our DNA. We're 76% water. We react in the same way. I mean, that's what it's like, 70 to 76. But we're dynamic creatures.
Some people might be like, that's a freaking lot. Anyway,
it is a lot. It's
we're
mostly
we're
water.
a lot of water.
Yeah, that's why we are vibrational creatures.
Yeah.
And why we respond so well to resonance and to, yeah. Okay, so words of power to replace common language.
Yeah. And so with the water thing, the water situation, we can, like with positive.
Right, with positive words.
Yeah.
With uplifting, elevating, growth-inducing words, we can shift and change our lives and transform. And we do that because we use language. We use words.
We do.
We use thoughts. We're learning and growing into this idea that we're also energy, and that energy is everything. But for now, that's not my hair. It's
Oh, that's so amazing. Well, I mean, we're all one, so it is kind of your hair.
Yeah. Yeah, so what are some examples? Instead of saying, I have to go to work,
I get to go to work. Instead of saying, I don't know, you can say, it's useful to know. I choose to know. I choose to find out. I can look into that. I believe. One of the tips that I wanted to talk about, I know there's several like tables and charts and stuff with suggested language, which is amazing. But one that I've been noticing and being aware of is stop, or she'll say abandon. So let go of using the words weird, hopefully, or funniest thing. Because I guess I see it as like there is no coincidence, and there's serendipity, synchronicity. Like it's not like weird. It's not funny. Like it's like amazing, right? And so yeah. So what you can say is that was so interesting. Gratefully, I'm experiencing. Delightfully, I'm happy. Or yeah, a lot of times what my go-to is like, oh, that's so interesting. But bringing up like happy, joy, gratefully, delightful, rather than like, well, that's weird. It's like, no, it's amazing. Like, it's like the fear comes in that like we're looking into something too much or whatever, and it's like fear of connection. I don't know. Doesn't matter
whatever
it is.
Whatever
it doesn't matter what it is, how it comes up. I invite you, or if that word doesn't work for you, like possibly consider choosing to use like a different, instead of things being weird or hoping or funny, the funniest thing, or strange, just to say that was so interesting. Or I'm happy to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like taking a very youthful spirit approach to it, like a child would. Oh, that sounds like so much fun, or that.
Yeah. How cool.
Yeah.
You know, like this wonder and awe of like, wow, like we're connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is another. What is a miracle? It's a shift in perception. What is 3D to 5D? It's a shift in perception and approach and idea and thought form and energy. And so this is just another way to allow that
Yeah.
shift to occur.
Because it's there.
Yeah. Shift happens.
Yeah, shift happens.
Shift happens, and yeah.
There's some other words too. Do we want to give more suggestions, or are we cool with just starting with that one for now?
Yeah. Like, okay, so words of power. Instead of saying challenges, words of power would be opportunities. Instead of saying it's a problem, it's an opportunity.
Yeah.
It's too painful. I'm learning to cope. Life is a struggle. Life is an adventure.
Yes! Adventure! That sounds way more fun than struggle.
True.
Yeah. Fun, freedom, and flow, baby. 5D. 5D. Should, too. That's one that I really like. Instead of I should, like, don't shit on yourself. I choose. It's too difficult. I choose to make it fun and easy. Yeah.
That's one invitation. Like, just take one day while you're awake and see how many times you use the word should. And then the next day, choose to replace it with I choose. And see if there's a difference.
You could do that.
Or each time you're about to say I should, then maybe you can just switch it to I choose and see if that feels any different.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm looking at all these options and I'm excited.
There's lots of them.
Yeah.
All right. Once you take ownership of your world, you create irrepressible boundary around you. An irrepressible boundary around you.
Oh my gosh, there's even more.
There's
How
so more.
exciting. Okay, so just to recap, because I know we've thrown out like a lot, and some people are visual and not auditory. We said to we invite you to play with replacing the word
Should.
Weird, strange, funniest thing with that's interesting, or gratefully I'm experiencing, or joyfully, or
That's cool.
yeah, I like that one. Cool. Or amazing.
We really like amazing these
We
days.
do. Amazing. Because you can sing.
Sing.
And then the other one we really brought up
Should.
is not shitting on yourself.
Yeah.
So saying that you get to, and that challenges or opportunities. Which I'm going to be honest, like, there's been times when I'm like, that sounds forced. Or like, there's been periods in my life where I'm like, here I go, spiritually bypassing again. And it's like, no,
that's self-judgment. And
Yes.
it's
I guess
digging too deep into it.
Yeah.
It's really not. It doesn't have to be that.
No, it's just fun. Freedom and flow. I guess my point was to bring it up is like, if there is discomfort, you can be like, thank you, discomfort, I don't need you anymore. And just keep going with your love and light.
Yeah. Muy posible if you just be.
Just be. Just wake up in the morning and say, I'm waking up in 5D.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you.